What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Southern Cal, back at y'all with another video. Real quick, before we get into this video, I need y'all to please do your boy a solid favor and smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. Also, don't forget to hit that notification bell so you will be among the first to be notified every time I drop a new video. Now, let's talk about it. So some of you may know, some of you may not know. some of you may know and remember the situation with Lauren Martin, who was a young lady out of Orlando. Was she out of Orlando? Yeah, man, she was out of Orlando. She was who was a photographer, and she did some pictures for, you know, a young lady named Savon Tyler. And Savon Tyler also had was also in a lesbian relationship with a chick named Lakevia Pringle. So she did some pictures. Lauren did some pictures for Savon Tyler. Savon lived in Sanford. I think that's the same city that Trayvon Martin was murdered in. So they lived in Sanford. So I'm not sure what happened between them. I know they were good friends at one point in time, but I'm not sure what happened between them. Something happened between them, or something about a picture, or something about some food or something like that, or whatever. But they ended up beefing. You know, they ended up going back and forth online, and you know, and it got ugly. It got messy. You know, she did a live, and then, you know, Savon and her lady did a live, and, you know, then she went live again hearing about their live, and, you know, so she had threatened to go to Sanford, you know, because she was saying about, you know, Lauren was saying about how I'm going to come to Sanford, and I'm going to knock on your door, I'm going to bring you to your house, and, you know, in which... that's a dangerous thing to do. That's never a good thing to go to somebody's house. And I think that was her mistake. That was her mistake. You don't ever go to somebody's house. Because, you know, when you go to somebody's house, it gives them legal right. They now have legal right to use deadly force if, you know, they are feeling threatened. If they're feeling threatened. And that's what ended up happening. So she left her kids at home. You know, she couldn't really take what was being said on the live or whatever. So she leaves her kids at home. I think she had like 2 or 3 kids. So she left them at home, just told them that she'll be back. And she went to Sanford. Sanford is about a 30-minute drive, like 30 minutes away from Orlando. So she went to Sanford and went to that neighborhood, and she did a video. She did a whole video upload on that too, like going to her house, and she didn't necessarily go to her house. She did go to her neighborhood, but she didn't go to her house. Because they were already outside in the street waiting. So they fought in the middle of the street. So she didn't really go to her house. They were fighting in the middle of the street or whatever. So Savon Tyler was already, you know, Lauren pulled up solo dolo. Nobody, she didn't have no weapons. She didn't have none of that on her. She just wanted to fight. She just wanted to run that fade, you know what I'm saying? Run the one-on-one fade. And made the best person win. That's all she wanted to do, was just, you know what I'm saying, just, you know, get that fade in, get that one-on-one in real quick. Just, let's run that real quick, you know, and I keep it moving. But they had other plans, you know, they had weapons, you know, they had deadly force. They were strapped, you know what I'm saying. Savon had a gun on her. She also had a baseball bat, you know, so it's like, you know, it wasn't necessary. That wasn't necessary. And they got to fighting, and then her girlfriend, Lakevia Pringle, which, you know what I'm saying, who was the one who was the battery pack, who was the one who put the battery in Savon's back. You know, she was, I mean, because she was instigating it the whole time. The whole time she was instigating the whole thing. And like I said, she was the one who put the battery in her back. She was the battery pack. So she should have went to jail too. You know, I was glad they got her. I was glad they got her ass too. You know, lock her ass up too. You know, because she was the whole energy behind the whole situation or whatever, that she could have put a stop to all of that. You know, it didn't have to happen. It wasn't that serious. And she could have stepped in and put a stop to all of that. Or, you know, or if anything, she could have at least made sure that it was just a one-on-one fight, no weapons involved, because she saw that, you know, she saw that Lauren pulled up with no weapons. She pulled up solo dolo, no weapons, no nothing. Like, she just wanted that one-on-one fight, and that was it. You know, but she could have defused that whole situation, but no, but she fueled that whole situation. She, you know, she put more energy behind, you know, into the whole situation. So, you know, she pulls up, Lauren pulls up, gets out of the car, you know what I'm saying? And Savon already has a baseball bat in her hand that she swings on him with. And, you know, but they get to fighting, and Lauren ends up getting the best of Savon Tyler that night. So that was when Lakivia had to jump in and get her off or whatever, and then Lakivia told her to shoot her. You know, she told Savon to shoot her, so Savon shot her. And you know, then they wanted to scream self-defense, and you know, Savon wanted to say, oh, I'm protecting myself, and you know, self-defense, or this lady tried to come over here and attack her, and you know, this and that. And it's like, you know, my whole thing about it is Lauren ended up losing her life behind this whole thing, behind something petty, behind some petty internet drama. You know, like I said, one thing you don't do is you don't go to somebody's house. However, at the same time, Savon Tyler didn't have to shoot her either. You know, that was unnecessary. That wasn't self-defense, ma'am. That was murder. You murdered her in cold blood. You know, because she wasn't in your yard. She didn't come to your door. She was in the middle of the street. And anytime it's in the middle of the street, it's fair game. You know, so you can't shoot someone. You can't shoot somebody for fighting you in the middle of the street. You know, nobody's on your land. Nobody's on your property. You know, not to see if she had came to your door, knocked on the door, whatever, and was trying to come in the house and this and that. Okay, now you have a different argument. You know what I'm saying? But no, that was way too much. That was way, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that's just something that you just don't do. That's just something you don't do. That was way too much. Way too much. My condolences go out to the family of Lauren Martin. I think both sides were wrong. Both sides were very wrong. And it was all over some social media drama. All over some Facebook social media drama. You know, and it was nothing that two grown adults couldn't come together and talk about. You know, I'm a firm believer in coming together and having a calm conversation. You know what I'm saying? And like I always say, this is the problem, especially amongst the black community, amongst the black culture, is that instead of us going to, we go to the problem and attack the person, rather than going to the person and attacking the problem. You know, we weren't taught how to really talk things out, have a sit down, and just, you know, have a calm conversation, because a lot of times this stuff is very petty. You know, and we too grown for this. I got kids. You got kids. You know, Lauren had kids. And her kids are gonna have to live without her now. Her kids are now struggling to, you know what I'm saying, be without. I'm not sure where the father is, but I know they no longer have a mother. She left the house and never came back. And that's sad. That is so sad, man. Savon Tyler had kids too. But the thing about it is, you know, even though she'll be taken away from her kids, but at least her kids will still be able to see her. At least her kids will still be able to call her if she picks up the phone. At least her kids will still be able to touch her, hug her. You know, tell them they love her. Tell her they love her and she actually responds back. But Lauren's kids are not able to do that. They're not able to physically touch their mother. They're not able to call their mother and she pick up. They're not able to say, you know, Mom, I love you, and she tell them I love you back. You know, they're not able to do that. They don't have that, you know what I'm saying? They don't have that option. They don't get to do that. So it's sad. It's sad all around, man. It's sad all around, but I think it was the right call that, you know, Savon Tyler is locked up. Lakevia Pringle, they later found her. It took a little while, but they finally found her. I was like, oh yes, finally, they finally got her ass. Good. Because she was the driving force behind it. And I feel like she should do just as much, if not more time in prison. So you know, so again, this situation happened back in November of last year, like early November last year, 2024. And the case is still ongoing. So it's still an open case. It's still ongoing. And that's one case that I'm definitely gonna be keeping my eye on. Like really keeping my eye on and really like keeping, you know what I'm saying, like looking out for like updates, checking for updates or whatever on the case, and you know, and what's going on, and you know what I'm saying, I'm you know, looking to see what's gonna happen. But you know how it is, what they say about the justice system, man, that the wheels on the justice system move very slow. They move very slow, extremely slow. So, but I will keep, you know what I'm saying, I will continue to check on this case to see the outcome, and I'll keep you guys posted. You know, yeah, I will definitely keep you guys posted. But but yeah, but if you want to look more, you know, if you want to look more into this or whatever, look at the videos. The videos are uploaded on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Just type in, you know, Lauren Martin. I'll put the names in the description. You know what I'm saying? Lauren Martin, you know, Savon Tyler, Lakevia Pringle. You know, it was a sad situation, man. Sad situation. Yeah, that nobody wins in this situation. Nobody wins. Had she not left her house, she would still be alive. She'll still be alive, chilling at home with her kids. Had she not left her house and made the stupid decision to go over to these people's neighborhoods. You know, it's sad, man. It's sad. It's sad. Nobody wins. Nobody wins in this situation. But y'all go off in the comments, man. Y'all go off in the comments. Let me know what y'all think about this situation. What y'all think about this story. What do you feel? You know, do you feel that you know, how much time? You know, how much time should they get? You know what I'm saying? What do you feel like could have happened differently? I mean, you know, what's your take on it? Even though it was back in November of last year, so it's kind of an old story, but it's still, you know, it's a story that still kind of gets to me or whatever. And now that, you know, I'm creating my own platform and, you know, building my own platform, I want to be able to come and talk about this on my own platform. You get what I'm saying? And allow my listeners and my subscribers to, you know, to get it out, to get it off their chest, you know, to hear what you guys have to say, to hear what my subscribers have to say, to hear what my supporters and my listeners have to say. But once again, thank y'all so much for tuning in. I hope y'all are having a great day today, great Sunday. I just want to say thank y'all, thank everybody. I just want to give a shout out to all of my subscribers. Salute to y'all. Thank you guys for all of the support. Please continue to help me grow this channel, you know, and you know, tell a friend to tell a friend. Also, look out for the podcast, the No Gloves podcast. We got that, you know, we getting ready to, you know, kick that back live or whatever. So you know, so if you know, you know, the Facebook page, I'll put the link to my Facebook page if you guys want to friend request me on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? And so that way you guys can tune in to the Facebook lives, because our Facebook lives be off the chain, man. I gotta, you know what I'm saying? We talk about some real stuff, man, for real. So once again, look out for the No Gloves podcast. We'll be back live real soon. So till next time, it's your boy Southern Cal. Let me know what y'all think about this situation. Gone.